Hey folks, what I have here is my 1x10 drivetrain with 1-up 42 teeth built around an X9 shifter and derailleur. That's been working great. I have a 32 teeth Raceface up front, and I'm still to get a chain drop this year. I've never ever dropped a chain. Anyway, however, long climbs, I feel like I could use a lower gear. And before shifting this to a 30 teeth, and I was kind of set to do that, but I kind of like the top end as well. I thought I would see what else is available out there, and that's how I got to this. And what you see here is the AbsoluteBLACK oval chain rings. This is a 32 tooth, and this is how it looks like. Okay, these are supposed to be the budget chain rings from Chain Reaction, and as I mentioned, you can see here is a 32 teeth. You can see a texture on these because these are machined, they are not stamped, and because this is the equivalent of a 30 teeth on one dimension and 34 teeth on the other dimension, you actually have these spacers built in. You can see it here. So my chainring is going to be pushed in about 2 millimeters, shouldn't be a problem. And you can see here these are threaded holes as well, and these are narrow wide chain rings. You can see the profile, the T profile right here. So what this is supposed to give me, the effect of these oval rings is mostly seen on the climbs. Well, that's exactly what I'm looking for. Instructions here are right on this little envelope that the chainring came in, and they're talking about the fact that they're made in Poland, the tightening of the bolts about 5-7 Newton meters, and they're also talking about how to install this, and they're talking about this little triangle that's machined on the inside of the chainring. This will go under the crank arm. So if I am to look here, that's my little triangle, which is right here. That one will go under the crank arm. Side by side here, so this is the 32 narrow wide, this is the 32 oval from AbsoluteBLACK. And if I am to put one on top of the other, because this one has the spacers, here you go, they lined them up perfectly. This is an 11% oval, so it's not a whole lot. You can see here, slightly wider on these two sides, slightly narrower here. So the equivalent of a 30 here, the equivalent of a 34 over there. 5mm Allen key, a drop of Loctite blue on the threads, and I got the chain installed. The 2mm spacer that I mentioned earlier, you need it for here. If you see here where the chain is, where the chain ring is at its narrowest, so the 30, it just goes kind of under the spider. So you need that 2mm. No problem here where you have 34. Okay, folks, here is installed. The only thing that I changed here is just the chainring and this 1x10 system. And if I'm to look at my derailleur, you can see a tiny bit of movement. Okay, so what I think is just a couple of millimeters in and out here that you can see. I don't think it's a lot more than what this sees the abuse that the clutch would see under normal riding conditions. So anyway, have a race coming up tomorrow. I'll make sure I report back, and I'll finish off my video with some first ride impressions. Alright folks, done with the race. How did it perform? Well, no drop chains to start with, and I don't know about climbs. Climbs may be a bit rounder way of pedaling, but for my pedaling style, I can accelerate like crazy with it. So, what can I say? if anything, you're getting a good narrow wide chainring, but for me, this is here to stay. So, climbs, it definitely felt like I was pushing a lower gear, which was a good thing. I noticed that, I don't know, it helped me have a smoother round pedaling, which is always great. But what I noticed for sure is I could accelerate a lot faster with this chainring. I don't know what the mechanics of it is and how my pedaling style fits this type of chainring, but again, what I noticed was I could accelerate like never before. So all in all, I think there is a difference. I don't think it's a huge difference, but definitely something that you would notice. And like I mentioned earlier, for me, this was worth the $50 that I spent for it. So I hope you guys found this useful. Have any comments, let me know in the section below. Until next time, thanks for watching.